Hey, Justin and Leon, FNK Classic Cars.
Word
out. How you doing today?
How
are you?
Yeah, I'm living the dream.
So
it's
we're
breezy out here.
It is breezy. Hopefully you don't hear through the whole video.
We did a sneak peek of this car when I first bought it for Ashley. It's tagged now, and we've been driving it around. And I just wanted to do a little better video of it because you only saw like half of the car.
Yeah, I think it was only like a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty badass
decent car. Yeah.
I'm going to do a little business up front in this video.
Okay, do it.
Subscriptions. We're really starting to jump up, and we appreciate it. And so I just want to throw that out there, that if you guys can share our content with your buddies, and you know, just encourage people to subscribe, like the videos, and help us get our name out there. This is something that we really enjoy.
And check it out, because we got what's this, the 4th Tri-5 video?
Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5 Tri-5 videos.
Yeah, because
a bunch of other stuff. So.
Well, but I mean, for you Tri-5 fans,
right?
You know, we'll be doing more Tri-5 stuff, and then we got a couple 67s in there and various other piles. I mean, wonderful cars.
Piles, yeah. All points in between. But yeah, that's something we do enjoy quite a bit, and we want to keep doing it. So,
oh yeah,
you know, it's worth doing so long as people keep jumping on the channel.
Hey,
and with no further ado,
but we're doing it now.
We are.
All right.
Let's go over this.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show you this car.
55.
It's a 55 double nickels.
Yeah. Oh, it's a wedding car too.
Yeah, I bought it for Ashley for our wedding. I gave it to her for that, and then we just drove it to dinner last night. It's a fun car.
Yep.
Heater even works.
All right. Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it. So you looking at it?
I'm looking.
All right. So this is. Let's start with the. Get a side.
Yeah, I'm just getting a quick sweep of it. I'm a little up close here. Let's do that. There we go.
But all right, let's look under the hood. It has an engine in it, which is very nice, because it's really easier if you don't have to push it. So it's got the bird on the hood.
This is a big car to try to push, Leon.
Yeah, that thing's got the bird. It's really nice. I like it.
That's actually one of my favorite features of that car, of that year.
So we got small block Chevy, turbo 350, front disc brakes, all new lines, everything on the brakes been done, all the bushings, everything's been done. It's a really nice driver.
Really clean under here too. Very impressive looking.
Drives very good.
I wish my 57 presented this well under the hood.
But the front end was painted in the last maybe 8 or 10 years, but they only painted the front end. They didn't paint the rest of the car. So the rest of the car could use a freshening, but it's not hateful.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed this, but your air cleaner lid's on fire.
Yeah, it happens. It's not a big deal.
You might want to address that.
Yeah. So I'm going to close this now. See, watch, it closes. You're going to love it.
Man, precision.
Precision. All right, so this is the other side of the car, which you hadn't seen yet.
What's this? We call this the passenger side, I think.
Yes. And it's even got a half decent interior in it. You can tell it was reupholstered years ago, but the headliner's nice, carpet, seats are in good shape, the door panels are good. I mean, it's definitely a nice car.
Got the mandatory fuzzy dice.
Well, yeah, they came with it. The fuzz was already installed.
Yeah.
And if you're from Baltimore, it's not the police. Yeah, the fuzz is not going to arrest us. We just have fuzzy dice.
Explain this.
This
thing going on
everybody
here.
Signed it when we left the church to go to the reception hall. I did take the just married off, but I left the signatures on the window just because I thought it was neat.
The knuckleheads.
The knuckleheads.
That's pretty apt description.
Yeah. That's most all of them. And then we'll bring it around the back here. I want to show you in the trunk.
Well, do it.
Don't yell at me. All right, now.
You got to show me something?
I'm going to show you something. As Jim Carrey would say. It's probably some kind of copyright infringement I just did. It needs a new trunk mat, but man, the metal, everything is really, really nice. Like up where the shocks go, the tail panel here is very nice. Yeah.
Hey, look.
Spare tire.
My shadow's waving at
You can see your shaddy. And
we're gonna do an extreme close-up. Look.
Yeah, the shocks are. I mean, they rot in there, and it's really nice. This is a nice car. I want to get a new trunk mat for it. Just so this one's disintegrating, but this is. I don't know. I'm really happy with this car.
You should fire it up.
You want me to?
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna start.
Let's hear it.
Hold on.
Let's hear her purr.
It does run. It did. I drove it last night. It did run. Can't make any promises.
Yeah, she sounds good.
This car is nice and quiet. It's got that kind of tugboat.
Right.
It's a really nice car. It's got a nice tight dual exhaust system underneath. All the brakes have been going through. All the bushings on the front end. Everything's new. I mean, somebody cared about it.
I love the
guy that
dash
got
in this thing.
yeah. Yeah, the gauge cluster, and you know, this isn't a Bel Air. It's a 210. So it just says Chevrolet on the other side of the dash. But if it was a Bel Air, it would have said Bel Air over there. Blair.
That red and white does it, man. It's like,
oh yeah,
that's the epitome of the cool 50s car.
Yeah, I mean, the upholstery's even nice in the back. It's got a little piece of something going on somewhere.
What do you do back there?
Well,
anything special or just?
No, I haven't done anything special back there, but
give it time.
You know, since the 50s, I'm sure somebody's gotten pregnant back there. But
yeah, a couple of children might have been conceived there, yeah.
But I don't know if you guys, you know, it's really, I don't know if you like 55s, but
I do.
I like it a lot.
You got a 55 I really want, by the way, as if you didn't know.
Car, I was actually, of course, we never do a video when I'm working on something, but you remember how the door was all sprung on that one?
Yeah.
I got it so it's not hitting the fender, and it shuts nice now.
Oh, good.
I screwed with that yesterday.
Talking about, I don't know if that works or not, but you're talking about here on the other car.
Yeah, well, it was sprung. The hinges were sprung.
Right.
And when you shut the door, it was like, it would pop, you know, when you hit the button, it would pop out at you. So I got it working pretty good now. The gaps are a little rough around.
That's all right. That car,
it's going to be a fun meter. I mean, it's 4
I can't
speed.
wait to put it in my garage.
Got a 12 bolt in it.
Let's take this thing for a drive.
All right, we can do that.
Chevrolet. See the USA in your Chevrolet, Leon.
I am. I'm seeing right
just
now. Part of the Walker's wheel right now.
There it is. All right, we're using this new selfie stick in this video too, so hopefully
you can see us.
You can see us both, and if not, well, I apologize. This will be a more interesting video of half our faces, I guess.
But if you all, I don't know if anybody's on the East Coast, but Ocean City, Maryland does a really big cruise twice a year.
Yeah, down the ocean.
Down the ocean, huh? And we're gonna check that out. The October show, the one that's the first week of October.
Yeah.
We're going to check that out. So if anybody happens to be in the neighborhood and wants to say hi or whatever, I'll be in this car.
Yep.
And he's going to be in the teal and white 57 that there's a video on the other day.
Yeah, that'd actually be really cool to catch up with some of you guys. And
yeah, I mean, if anybody, you know, it's a big show, so I'm sure some of you know about it if you're on the East Coast.
Right.
But if you happen to be there, look for the red and white 55 4-door and the
teal and white 57.
Teal and white 57. And by the way, I wanted to let you know.
Yes.
That is Paradise Turquoise.
Oh, it's Paradise Turquoise.
Yes, I asked.
It's not tropical.
Turquoise. No, wait a minute.
No, we said Paradise. It's tropical.
It's tropical. It is tropical because I asked Dave.
We're experts.
And Dave told me it's tropical turquoise. Dave, our local Tri-5 guru. There's a couple of them, but
yeah, Dave,
I talk to
do
quite often.
A video at his place. He's got some neat stuff.
He's got a couple 5s. There's a couple 07s there. One's got a real neat backstory. It laid around forever, and he tried to buy it for years and years. But when we go to his house, I'll let him tell the story.
Yeah,
because he knows it better than I do.
And it's a cool story about this car. The quick synopsis is 57. It was wrecked in like 61 or something.
Yeah, I think the way he was talking, somewhere between 59 and 61, it was wrecked.
Yeah.
And it basically sat since then.
Right. And he tried to buy it back in the 70s, I think 73 or something. And let's just say he finally got it.
Yeah.
We'll let him tell the rest of that story in a future video.
Oh yeah.
And back to the Ocean City thing real quick, down the ocean hunt. If any of you all are going to be there, drop a comment at the bottom of this video, just so we know kind of be on the lookout for you. Yeah, I think that would be neat. We could all, excuse me, all get together, gather together, and turn that into a video, so you all could end up on the channel here.
Yeah, and tell us what you're driving, because we'll look out for you. There should be, I can't guarantee this, but I've got a possible line on 2 more Tri-5s, both 7s. But I don't want to jinx it. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Right. So, but if it does happen, of course you'll see them.
You know what we need? What? You need a 55, this one, and a 57.
Yeah.
And I need a 55, his car, the other one, and a 57. What do you think? We'd have a pair of 55s and 57s. What do you all think?
I don't think very often.
But
I would like to, before I commit to the white one leaving, I would like to at least have a tad bit of fun with it. At least drive around the block.
I'll let you drive it.
But that one's got a clutch pedal and it's got a 4-speed, 12-volt rear. I mean, that thing, I don't know what gears are in it, but if it's got 355 or 373s, that thing's probably a blast.
Yep.
Local street driving locally, you don't want to get on the highway and try to do 80 miles an hour, but I would think it would be a lot of fun. So I don't want to commit to that car leaving yet, but it's possible. Anything's possible.
I'll just bug you about it now and again, mildly.
Yeah. Well, you'll be the first to know because you'll be writing the ad on it. So.
Yeah. You're like, do you want this thing or what?
But yeah, we've had a lot of fun with these things. I mean, like I say, I was always a muscle car guy, but I'm not that I'm not now. I love
yeah, oh yeah, me too.
Early Camaros and Novas, Chevelles, all that stuff. But I got that 61 bubble top, kind of got me started on the older stuff.
Right.
Which we still owe you a video on that car.
Yeah, that needs to be a next video kind of thing.
But I've had I don't know, 3 or 4 55s in the past and 2 57s. Before years ago, and all those cars, all the ones I own. I drove one 4-door Bel Air 55 around the block one time, and I never drove any of the other cars.
Right.
I had the 57 was running driving, but I just moved it around in the yard, and something else came up, and I had to get rid of it to make room. And
you had that one on roller skates for a little while.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Now I'm enjoying these. They're a different, because it's a big square box and they're tall. The suspension is somewhat primitive. They drive really neat. They're not. You can't throw it down you can't throw it in a corner at 70 miles an hour, but they are fun to drive.
Right.
They're a different kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a different experience. And it's amazing to see, the changes that came, from the 50s cars to, those early Impalas and then through the mid-60s
even like,
Impalas.
This
and all your muscle car stuff.
The styling changes from a Tri-5 to that 61 I got. I mean, the 61 looks space age compared to a Tri-5. It's only, it's only a few years apart.
I almost feel like some of that early and mid-60s stuff has more in common with, you know, cars and stuff on the road today than the Tri-5 stuff, because it's just such a different design. You know, the body and I mean, these things are works of art. Not that the 60s cars aren't, but
well, the early 60s stuff with all the chrome and, you know, like my bubble top, I mean, that's, you just don't see them anymore. It's just so cool when you do see one driving down the street. You know, even a early 60s two-door post car, they're just a completely different animal, even a four-door. Yeah. You know, but I've always enjoyed anything old. You know, I've had everything from, I guess the oldest thing I ever had was a 40 Chevrolet, two-door sedan, and then, you know, I've had them all the way up from there, and it's just, I've always had a blast with old cars, and, you know, it's just neat to start messing around with something a little older, and, you know, I'm getting to keep a couple of these, you know, because I'm a little bit better off. I don't have to sell something as soon as I buy something anymore. I can keep stuff, and it's a lot of fun, you know.
Yep.
So it used to be I had to, you know, if I bought a different car, then I had to get rid of one of the ones that was already in the fleet. You know, now I can kind of keep stuff.
Yeah, you can build the fleet
and play with it, and you know, this car is really the first Tri-5 that I've driven on a regular basis. You know,
and it drives really well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, of course, this one, you know, they did some updates on it. It's got power disc brakes, which, you know, manual drum to power disc. If you've ever driven anything old, a manual drum brake, you do have to plan your stops.
Yeah.
You know, where, you know, power disc is, you know, equivalent to late 70s, early 80s car. It stops pretty good. You know, they don't stop like a four-wheel disc brake, analog brake crap we got now.
Oh, it's a definite improvement.
Oh my lord, it's like 100 times better than four-wheel drum. But
something I want to, we've mentioned this in past videos, but haven't recently, is you know, if you have a classic vehicle or some, you know, whatever, even if you have a field of old junk.
Oh yeah,
and it's interesting. I
love rusty junk.
If you're in the area, if you're near the Frederick, Maryland area, and want to invite us out, we'd love to put you on the channel. Or if you have a classic car that's a driver, you're not afraid to take it out, and you want to come to us, man, we will put you on the channel.
And you know, that's something that I've always said. You know, for you rat rod guys out there, you know, anybody can restore a car, but it's only a rusty piece of crap once.
That's right.
So, you know, if it's a running, driving rusty piece of crap, I like to see them stay like that sometimes. You know, it's fun to see different stuff and not always be
pristine.
You know, you don't need a 100-point show car to have a good time. You can have just as much fun in a car that the bottom 8 inches is missing. Right, you know, that runs and drives. So
yeah. Well, thanks for driving along with us and checking out this 55.
Yeah.
And hopefully the next video will be the 61 bubble top, and of course any other vehicles that we end up with, whether that's for us to keep or stuff that we're fixing up to put back out there, will get featured here on the channel.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, keep those subscriptions coming, and I guess that's it for now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.